Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't know already, my name's Alistair, and today I'm going to be reviewing the New Balance FuelCell Rebel version 5. Little late to the game on this one, but better late than never. I've been meaning to get my hands on this shoe for quite a while now, and I really don't know why it hasn't happened sooner. But it's happened now. I've got it in my hands, I've been running in it, and I've got a lot of thoughts on this one because it's a little bit interesting. I always had it in my mind that the Rebel series was kind of like a tempo running shoe. And although it is pretty good at running tempo, after running in it a few times, it's pretty clear that it is a daily trainer. So for most of your daily training runs, if you just want to get mileage in on your training plan, or maybe you're not following a plan, you just want to run a few times a week, or you want to have a nice, relaxed, comfortable tempo running session shoe, well, the FuelCell Rebel version 5 does all that really, really well. It's a very lightweight running shoe. It's very affordable as well, so if you are watching your wallet or watching your dollars or pounds, then it's actually very approachable to a lot of people because it is a versatile running shoe. It's also a shoe that is going to favour people with wider or more voluminous feet and those who tend to heel strike a little bit more than run on your forefoot. So that's the background on the Rebel version 5. I haven't given too much away because I've got quite a little bit more to share, so stick with me for this review. I think you're going to enjoy this one. Starting with the key specifications. They cost $145, which, as I said before, is very reasonable for a versatile daily trainer like this. There are other daily trainers at around $140, so it's definitely placed in the right category and the right pricing for that category. It weighs 7.9 ounces or 224 grams, and that's for a size US men's 9, my pair. If that doesn't really mean anything to you, that's lightweight for a daily trainer. It has a drop of 6 millimeters from heel to toe. That's 38 millimeters at the heel and 32 millimeters under the toe. Now, I'm not sure why, but this actually felt like a higher drop to me on the run. Feels very similar to the Asics Nova Blast 5. For anyone who's familiar with that, kind of favors heel strikers a little bit more. And there's also a daily trainer that is capable of going fast whilst maintaining comfort on the run. The upper is using an engineered mesh with phantom fit overlays, meaning it does have good durability on the upper. It is also very breathable, which is really nice to see. If you are going to be running faster in this shoe, you want to be able to regulate temperature, so a breathable upper is going to be really important. It also has a gusseted tongue, meaning the tongue is connected to the top of the midsole. That helps stop the tongue from sliding around. It also reduces the number of rubbing points within the shoe. And finally, it's very padded around the collars and the heel counter. Also, the tongue has got a little bit of padding in there as well. Not a huge amount, but that's good because that keeps the weight down. It's just enough to stop any lace bite from the laces when they're done up tight. The midsole is using Asics' FuelCell foam, and that's actually a blend of PIBA and EVA foam. I would much prefer this if it was 100% PIBA, but that would put the price up a little bit more. That would just give it a little bit more responsiveness and pop on the run. But as it stands, I feel like it's very well balanced. You get a nice amount of cushioning and you get a good amount of response for daily training. And the outsole has rubber compound for the most part. There are still areas of exposed foam, a little bit too much exposed foam for my liking. I'll go into what that means for you on the run in just a moment. But overall, traction has been absolutely fine in most conditions. There's also some reflective detailing on this upper. You can see some at the heel here, and also there's a little strip on the tongue. That's good. We are heading into the darker months. Training is going to be handled in dark or low light conditions, so it's very important to be seen on the roads. So thank you, New Balance, for keeping us safe. And finally, I got a comment on the look. I think it looks really nice. It's very sleek. I like the fact that it's lightweight, it's not very bulky, feels very nimble, and it just looks nice on your feet. What do you reckon? When it comes to sizing and fit, the FuelCell Rebel version 5 does fit true to size. I always go by US sizing, so just check your previous size of your previous shoes or the ones you're currently using if you are looking to buy this, and stick with that size in US. It is fairly voluminous inside the upper as well, so if you've got high volume feet, wide feet, then you're really going to like the fit of these. The toe box area is also very wide as well, which allows your toes to splay when you're running, giving you much better biomechanics on the run. One downside to the fit of this shoe though, because there is quite a lot of volume in the forefoot area and the toe box, lockdown in the forefoot isn't that good, and that's because you can't really tighten this bottom section of a lacing setup or lacing system. There's just no way it will tighten, unfortunately. So depending on your foot shape, if you've got wide or high volume feet, you're absolutely going to love this. If you've got very narrow feet, I feel like you're going to be swimming around at the front of this shoe a little bit too much. That said, heel lockdown is fantastic, so there's no slippage on the run there. And then finally, the collars, the heel counter and the tongue, all super comfortable to slip your foot in. There's plenty of padding there, and that extends to on the run how it feels as well. If you're enjoying this review so far, please give a video a like. Really appreciate it when you guys do that. I always keep my reviews genuine, honest, and as insightful as possible to help you decide whether or not the shoes I'm currently reviewing are going to be best for you and your needs. But if at any point I've missed something or you've got a question you want to ask, pop it in the comments. I reply to everyone. And whilst I'm talking about comments, if you've got experiences with the Rebel version 5, it's been out a while now. I'm a little bit late to the game on this one, but I have had people asking me how it performs, so I'm glad I finally got this review out. But if you've got experience, I want to hear it, but not just me. My subscribers and future subscribers are all really going to benefit from seeing all this data or information in the comments down below. The more data, the better, and it's really going to help them decide whether or not the shoe is going to be right for them or not. So put things like how you've been using the shoes, if you're comfortable, add your weight, or what kinds of speeds you like running at, and where it's been performing best for you. Thank you. Okay, let's dive straight into my performance review. I'm going to start by talking about the ride and how the geometry and how the foam makes you run, what it's going to be best for because of how the shoe performs. Well, first off, it's very lightweight and it's very soft. It's very soft at the rear, so it has a 6mm drop, but it feels higher on the run and it feels like it's wanting me to land more towards the rear of the shoe. So from the midfoot all the way back to the heel. And that's really where it performs best, to be honest, because of the cushioning at the heel. It's lightweight, so it does encourage you to pick up your cadence, which is a good thing. Makes your turnover faster. You're less likely to have overuse injuries or high impact injuries because of it. And it's very smooth, the transition from heel landing to toe takeoff. Everything feels really smooth there. That said, if you are a forefoot striker, like I am generally, but I of course test the shoe all the way across on the landing points. If you are a forefoot lander, it doesn't feel quite as well tuned. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like there's quite enough cushioning under the forefoot or enough pop when I'm running or trying to run fast in these shoes. So that said, if you are looking for a daily trainer, you land more towards your heel. Maybe you want a shoe that helps you pick up the pace, step into tempo training, but you still tend to land from this point backwards. Then this shoe is going to be really, really awesome for you. You're going to enjoy the ride. Forefoot runners, it is still a good ride, don't get me wrong. It's just better tuned for those landing more towards the rear. So for me, the Rebel version 5 performs much better as a daily trainer, so just bagging easy mileage, running at a fairly high pace, so not slow recovery jogs at all. This is much faster than that, but it's not a pure tempo running shoe. Yes, you can do speed training, including tempo sessions in this running shoe, but they're going to feel more relaxed, and because of the softness of the foam, they're going to be more comfortable. You're going to lose a little bit of energy because of this foam, and you might not get as much out of a tempo or speed training session as a pure tempo running shoe will give you. If you are looking for a tempo running shoe, a dedicated tempo shoe, follow that link up there. That will help you find the best ones for you right now. The FuelCell Rebel version 5 doesn't have a plate in it, so that speaks more to the fact it is a daily trainer. But having said that, there are some really good tempo running shoes that don't have plates either. And some tempo shoes have nylon or Pebax plates, not carbon plates. They tend to be reserved for race day super shoes. Again, if you want to step up into that category, follow that link up there. That will help you find the best race day shoes for you right now. I'm also going to put all these links in the description. So there's no plate, but that's no problem. I don't really want a plate in a daily trainer, and on some days I don't want a nylon plate in my tempo running shoes either. I want my feet to do as much of the work as possible in training. So you can see the flex is incredible in the shoe, flexes in all directions. The shoe is incredibly flexible all the way across it. Look, I can just roll this up into a little circle. Incredibly flexible. Those who enjoy the flex, they want to let their feet move, their toes to flex, move as much as they can. You're going to love this shoe. And if you want to see how the shoe pops, let's do a test. Flex. Pop. This fuel cell foam does a really good job of propelling you forward even without a plate. So although it's not the most snappy or poppy running shoe, the foam does give a lot back. I mentioned this before, the lockdown at the forefoot area of the shoe isn't the best. That said, medium width feet and high volume feet are going to love that. Those with narrow feet though, I think you're going to be swimming around at the front of the shoe too much. It is a nice wide toe box though. I do appreciate the wide toe box. It allows my toes to splay, meaning I can get as much power out of my training sessions as possible from my toes. Breathability is really good as well. The mesh performs very well. It seems very durable so far. Time will tell. But I like the fact it breathes really well. You need that in a wide toe box because you're going to get a lot of friction from your toes splaying and just moving as much as they can because of a wide toe box. So that will generate heat and you need to be able to vent that heat out. So a breathable upper like this in a shoe like this is a really good choice from New Balance. Moving on to the outsole performance. Traction has been very good so far, but I do worry about durability of this outsole. I'm already seeing wear on the exposed foam areas, way more wear than I would normally on a running shoe at this point of running in it. The rubber compound doesn't extrude far from this section of foam either. That's why I'm seeing the wear so soon. Final verdict time then. Are they worth $145? Well, yes, that feels very well priced for this shoe. Durability is a concern on the outsole, and people with narrow feet probably won't get on that well with this shoe. But overall, it's a fantastic daily trainer. You can pick up the pace in it, which means it's very versatile and you are going to get a lot of value out of this shoe. And $145 is very reasonably priced for a shoe that does have such good range. Well, that's it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this New Balance FuelCell Rebel version 5 review. I hope it gave you all the insights needed to help you decide whether or not to click that buy button on this one. And before you go, make sure you like the video if you didn't before, and subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.